This month, for the month of January, for the month of January for the new year, I'm going to be offering my cylinder heads at half off. I will be posting them on eBay. It's going to be posted as a GX390 head, or I think the listing I'll put it under is Predator 420 cylinder head, Predator 420 cylinder head. Maybe modified, but you'll know it. The background will have the bubble wrap like the usual suspect pictures I usually take. Alright guys, so we're starting on that open modified project that I talked about earlier, the GX390 head. Got the template that I use cut out and scribed onto the head, and I have already cut into the bowl. As you can see there, that transitions from the top into the bowl on both sides. You can see how much material down in this corner has been taken. So I have the template I use because the size and shape of this is extremely important. So that has been copied onto here. I've basically marked out the areas I need to weld. I've done my relief cut to get to the floor angle correct, and at this point, the way it's marked up and the way it's been cut, it's now ready to start the welding. So next thing is to weld it up, and then we'll show you after that. Alright guys, so here we are. I got the ground clamp connected, got it all warmed up, made sure it was up to temp. I just wiped down one of my welding rods, and now I'm got a sizzle on that. I just need to wipe these marks off. I have a template that I use to keep them all the same, because the shape is very important. There's an exact shape that's, every time I make one, I flow it on this box, and I've been manipulating the angles and the shapes in a way to, really optimize the flow through this head. So I just need to clean this up, and we'll get welding. As you can see, the bench is kind of getting full. Boxes and boxes come in every day. I will do a mail opening. I think I got 3 or 4 more cylinder heads in the mail today. I'll do that opening maybe at the end of the video. If you guys are wondering what type of tools and stuff I use, it's probably tools, it's probably projects coming in. But let me clean this up. I'll get to welding and I'll get back to you. What's up guys? So we're just gonna do another package opening. Another day of mail. So let's get into it and see what kind of fun stuff we got in here today. So the first one, I already know what this is. You know what those are? Carburetor studs, GX390. Alright, let's see what this is. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. This is all the way from Great China. And this is a cheaper version of the guide punch that I had ordered. This one's actually 5.5 millimeter for like a Predator 212. While I have that here, let's just see if it fits in the guides. Hey, it's gonna work, and it doesn't extend out past the guides, so that's perfect. This was actually like, I got this one online cheap, and then I ended up, because of how long it said the shipping was going to be, like 2 months, because it came from China, like cheap. This thing was only like $6 or $7. I ended up just getting another one anyhow. paid the $30 for it. Alright, let's open up the big one. Pretty sure this is a cylinder head. I've just been getting in so many of them. So it does have a tracking number on it, which is great. Let's see what it's for. This is a GX390 cylinder head. I don't know if this is new or used. I'll have to look into that. This is from a customer. I honestly have no clue what this is. It feels like a pair of socks. I don't know if this is something my girlfriend ordered. Looks like a pair of socks. Oh, I think I know what it is. Aha. This is those expansion chambers that I use. These go in your exhaust system. And I've had a lot of luck with these. These are the expansion chambers. Depending upon where you place them in the exhaust, it's how you tune the engine. So those are awesome. Cushion that, and then we still got another package. So we got the guide punch, we got the carburetor studs, cylinder head, we got the exhaust, expansion chamber, and we still have this. Honestly, this stuff came in yesterday. I just didn't have a chance to open it. Let's see what's in here. Okay, so this, I thought it was another punch, but it's not. This is from New Way. This is another Pilot. You have to get these from New Way. You know, okay, so let me tell you guys a little something about Pilots. Oh, I'll do that in another video, actually. It's a good thing for a video, but this is a New Way Pilot for my valve cutter, and this is for the 5.5. When these shafts are thin like this, you know, if you're cutting the seats and it gets caught on something, you could bend these. You don't really normally bend New Ways, but the cheaper ones, like the one, if you ever go on eBay or something and you're looking for them and you're trying to save a buck, India seems like they've cornered the market on the sales, and I will tell you, I have bought them and I never used them. I paid $180 for a set, and it's garbage. 100% garbage, so you got to get the New Way. Those other ones, they just don't cut. So this is what we got today. Hope you guys liked watching the packages get opening. Now either we're gonna go back to the video or this will be the end, so stay tuned. Alright, so here's a look at the top, and now I'll come in down here in the bottom area. I'm just gonna give it a second to cool down. Alright, so what I want to show you real quick while I'm in the middle of this is why you have to do the welding before you cut the seats, and if you do any welding, that's 100% a fact that you have to redo the seats. Here is a prime example of this. I think this is the clearest example I can show you. So if you see in this area, this is where I did an initial cut on the seat. Now, this was all, as you can see, that cut goes up past the seat into the aluminum. Well, that cutter is all on the same plane, so this and this surface are perfectly smooth. If you look where I did the welding now, you can see how this has now raised. All the aluminum around the seat has raised on both sides. Now what that means is that if you weld and you already have seats in there and you think you're just going to weld and reuse those seats and everything's going to be fine, that just goes to show you when you weld in the heads there's so much distortion. In order for this material to have shifted, either the seat or the surrounding material has changed size and shape. Now when you measure runout on valves, you measure runout in thousands, or I like to keep mine at 0 runout. Now there's a dial indicator that you can put on your pilot and you spin it around and it tells you your runout. I think it's called a seat runout dial indicator, and you know, you can get them for like $100, but that's something that you're definitely going to need and definitely going to have to at least have the ability to recut your seats if in fact you do weld on the heads. You know, it's just something I'm coming across as I'm doing it. You know, just, you know, to bring the knowledge, to teach you guys. You know, this is just one thing that welding on a head can do. Now, other things welding on a head does is, you see down in there, I know I've showed you welding heads a bunch of times, there's an oil substance. The oil comes out of the aluminum itself. Some heads, none of these heads here I have, but some of the 212 castings that I get after welding on them, they absolutely look like someone spilled coffee on them. On the outside of the cylinder heads, it's just all the oil that comes out of the material. I've also had cylinder heads crack from the side of the guide all the way up under the seat to the spark plug. In that situation, you know, you're gonna have to just get a new head and start from scratch. You know, all right, so we got the head welded up. As you can see, all that oil that comes out of there, that's just something that comes out of the heads. And for the most part, everything is all welded up and ready to be shaped. So next is let this thing cool down, cut the seats, and start shaping the chamber. Alright, so till next time, I will be right back. Alright guys, so we got the chamber shaping done on the next chamber. This is going to be the open modified. Right now I just put the valves in it so you can see. It still has the 36, 34. Those are just the valves that have been transitioned over from this head. Combustion chamber shape's the same. You know, it's the same throughout every build. It's just something that works. So if I have to put in the guides. So this head's going to be getting the bronze guides next. Similar to this head, bronze guides. This one's just this is a stock pairing. This one can run, the guy's running a bigger carburetor. This is going to be open modified, so this is going to have the big 43 millimeter intake valve and a 38 millimeter exhaust. So the seats have come in. I got the bronze guides here, so I'm going to do the bronze guides on that. Then off to the machine shop. When I go to the machine shop, drop off a bunch of stuff that has to be milled, seats put in, stuff like that. So next time you will see this, I might do a video of the bronze guides, but after that you'll see this with the 43 38 valve setup. That said, this month, for the month of January, for the month of January, for the new year, I'm going to be offering my cylinder heads at half off. I will be posting them on eBay. It's going to be posted as a GX390 head, or I think the listing I'll put it under is Predator 420 cylinder head, Predator 420 cylinder head. Maybe modified, but you'll know it. The background will have the bubble wrap like the usual suspect pictures I usually take. You'll see my combustion chamber shape and design. You'll know it's mine. So they're half price. All the pricing is on there, my price list. So check those out at eBay. Predator 420 cylinder heads. So that's going to be it for this video. And until next time, see you later and have a good day. This is Paul from Paul's Carts.